Beyond Meat is truly the mother of all short squeezes, my friends. Beyond Meat is truly the mother of all short squeezes. Now, in today's video, we're going to be discussing Beyond and exactly where it's heading from here on out and why it could potentially squeeze all the way upwards of the $10 levels by the end of this month. That's right, my friends. Now, today's video is going to have three main segments: the why, the what, the where. The why, we're going to be talking about why the sticker is running. The what, we're going to be doing some stock analysis. The where, I'm going to be telling you guys where to get in and where to get out. So, without further ado, hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe, because I'm telling you, man, this is one of those tickers which you want to be receiving daily updates from, because it's going to be very, very volatile. And if this video gets over 100 likes, I'll continue coming out with my coverage of BYND. With that said, let's get into it. Now, when it comes to BYND, as always, the first thing which we want to analyze is going to be why is the ticker running to begin with, right? The why, right? Why does the why matter? Because in order to predict the future, we first need to understand the past. What is causing this ticker to run so freaking parabolically to begin with? Well, this is going to be none other than Wall Street bets. That's right, my friends. Reddit and X have gone ahead and they've partnered up, and the apes are back, and the squeeze is once again live. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about exactly what's happening, because this ticker is also potentially a double catalyst type of play, considering they did come out and announce a partnership with Walmart, announcing that they're going to be over, I believe, how many stores was it? In a freaking load of stores, load of Walmart stores. Okay, we will go through the news particularly later on, but for now, a bunch load of Walmart stores. Okay, that's what's going to be happening over here. However, where is this ticker heading from here? Now let's get into it. Now the reality is that what we're seeing over here is we're seeing peak hype, right? We're seeing a lot of hype when it comes to our friend Beyond Meat. Right now, the reality is though, when it comes to Beyond Meat, this is one of those stickers that when it comes to its upside, right, when it comes to its upside potential, I think it's one of those stickers that when you go on the daily over here and you take a look at this 482 level, right, which is a little bit alarming. I must say it is a little bit alarming seeing it stop today at this 482 level, right, this 482 level, because when we go back over here and when we look at the daily, the peak of this previous peak was 482, right? Now, what we're seeing right now is we're seeing a lot of retail coverage. We're seeing a lot of retail coverage coming in and actually talk about it, whether it's freaking legacy media from CNBC to freaking Fox, whatever it is, right? Everyone is talking about Beyond Meat. And I think that truly what we're seeing right now, since forever. I mean, you could say that Open Door, they kind of have a similar type of move, but we're truly seeing a new AMC GME Sega of trading, right, when it comes to Open Door. Now, why am I bullish on Open Door? Well, the reality is, guys, that I believe that at these levels, it's an extremely risky play. Above the $4 levels, I think it is extremely risky. Mind you, in our own trading community, guess what price we call this ticker to our community members? At 80 cents a share. We called it out at 80 cents a share. Now, to be fair, did we start taking profits at $1.50 and did we close out our position at about $4? Yes. And is it way above our freaking our exit? Yes, it is. But you know one of the things that has turned me profitable, and I think that I want to kind of say this story first for you guys, so you kind of understand where all the points that I'm going to make in today's video and where my perspective truly comes as a trader. I've been trading for 8 years, and the first 3 years all I did was lose money. Literally all I did was lose money. I'll wake up, I'll lose money. I'll wake up, lose money. Wake up, lose money. Over and over and over again, non-stop. Okay? Now, what changed? Let's talk about what changed. Well, the number one thing that changed was that I understood, like my mentor told me, he said, he went through my trading. He watched some of my footage of me trading, live trading and everything like that. And said, Sam, this is your problem. Your problem is that you're holding for too damn long. You're riding a roller coaster. You're watching your trades go all the way up and you're watching them come all the way down. Now, at the time, I did not have the wisdom to understand what he was saying. But after losing for like another 6 months, I realized, oh, what he's saying is, Sam, you're never going to get in at the bottom, and you're never going to get out of the top. So take what you can and be happy with it. Take what you can and be happy with it. And it was this mindset, it was this shift, it was this epiphany that turned me profitable. You know why? Because an important epiphany came right after. What was the most important epiphany after that? It was understanding that it's a lot easier to get 10 different stocks to give me 10% each than one stock to double and give me 100%. It's a lot easier to have 5 stocks give me 20% each than one stock to double and give me 100%. And when I understood this, my friends, when I understood this concept, that's when everything changed for me. That's when, instead of my portfolio having sporadic gains and sporadic losses, my portfolio started climbing slowly but surely at a 30-degree angle. But guess what? It's changed my life, because I can actually consistently now bring in profits. I'm no longer someone who is 1 month bringing 5K, 1 month losing 10, 1 month bringing 2K, 1 month losing 1 month losing 5K, 1 month bringing 10K. And for so long, that's how I was trading. So it's one of those things, right? It's one of those things that I think that at the end of the day, it depends on why you're here, right? Mind you, there are many people who've made millions of dollars trading beyond and they're still holding. But as someone who was here during the AMC GME era, I'm telling you, man, what you're looking at over here, my friends, is a house of cards. Just as fast as these plays come, just as fast as they come down. So please, 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 lock in your profits. And remember, you haven't made money until you've sold. So many people say this, right? They say, oh, you don't lose until you sell. Hold, you don't lose until you sell. Well, you don't lose until you sell. Let me tell you something. You also don't make money until you've sold. So lock in your profits and be happy with them, right? A. Now B, where's this ticker going? And why do I think that it can potentially, if it breaks 480 and 5, if it breaks 480, okay, if it breaks this 480 level on the daily, which is a very strong level, mind you, it is a very strong level. When you go over here, 482 on the daily, it is a very, very strong level, right? Previously, it rejected it over here as well. It's got a strong resistance level right over here at 482. Very, very strong level. Okay, 480, very strong level for this ticker, right? But if it breaks 480, it's probably headed north of this 580 level. Okay, and it's going to be really interesting to see what happens, right? It's going to be really interesting to see what happens, whether or not it can actually shadow 580. Now, it all depends on whether or not the folks are actually going to go ahead and they're gonna start locking in their profits. The people that do own those warrants when it comes to this ticker, approximately 97 cents. Now, we're not going to need to worry about any further type of dilution, any further dilution news. Why not? Because it's one of those tickers that's, it's not going to have any further dilution because it's really not going to have anymore until that November date, right? That November date, they're going to vote whether or not they should be, releasing the other 65% give or take of the shares that they're holding or not, right, into the markets. So right now, a lot of, I think that dilution is really off the table until that November date. Now, that November date, as we get closer to it, it does become more of a ticking time bomb. But right now, the week just started, right? And I think that is a ticker which does have a lot of potential. Okay. Now, once again, what I would do is I would size down. I would size down. I mean, I cannot stress enough how important it is to manage your sizing correctly when it comes to Beyond Burgers, right? Now, the reality is that I'll be honest with you guys. I think that even at these levels, it's really not worth jumping in. If you already have a position, yes, take some profits and let the rest ride out. But I think at these levels, you're really gambling. It's really getting into gambling territory. And I think that, becoming a profitable trader is all about having the correct habits, right? It's about having the correct habits. It's about understanding that, hey, you know what? If I take this trade, I might make money on this trade, but will this lead to me to develop negative trading habits that is going to later down the line bite me in the butt? And that's really what a lot of you guys are doing, right? That's really what a lot of you guys are doing when it comes to this ticker. So for me, when it comes to freaking, when it comes to BYND, I would say be careful, right? I would say be careful most of all. And, the levels that I would be watching would be the break of this 482 level. Okay, so that's going to be really interesting to watch. Now, with that said, my friends, listen, if you guys want to trade alongside me every single day, check out our community. Okay, this is what our community looks like. We give you day trade alerts, we give you swing alerts, we give you option alerts, and this is what our alerts look like. We give it an entry, we give it an entry, we give it an exit, we give it a stop loss. We also tell you how many shares to buy. Okay, we tell you exactly how many shares to go out and buy. The number of shares which we tell you guys to go out and buy is in a 10K account. So that means if you have a 50K account, you buy times 5. If you have a 30K account, you buy times 3, whatever it may be. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so overall, I think that it's pretty straightforward. And right now, I forgot to say it, right now, the next 10 members that join, they get access to the community for a 50% discount. Why? Because we want to reward the action takers. Now, previously, we used to do a 7-day free trial, right? Wilson says, hi, Sam, thank you for all work on the community. My 7-day trial finished. It was great. I thank you for the membership this week. We're running 7K in 7 days. Okay? Now, we no longer do a 7-day free trial. You know why? Because now we're doing a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. Shout out my man Lewis says, shout out Bullpick. Perfect. My man Sri says, thank you, Bullpick, for your support on Randy. Thank you on the green on a red day. Appreciate your guidance, $250. And it's funny because it's got some red on his screen. I'm like, is your nose bleeding, bro? Your nose bleeding. And then shout out my man, Midget Missile says sold half of the position in the mid threes. Thank you at Sam Approacher JS. $44,000. That's of course beyond, right? We bought it at freaking 80 cents. Thank you, Sam Approacher JS, for the best Discord in the world. This crazy beyond call. $12,000 in a single day. Wonderful, man. Wonderful. So we've been crushing it. We've been absolutely crushing it day in, day out. That's why we have over 400 members, man. That's why we have over 400 members coming back monthly. Thank you, everyone on the mentors, Sam and Sean, Bigga. You guys are doing great. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This is yesterday now. Thank you, Sam, for the education alerts. Whoop, Samsung alerts are so money. Bang. My man, Sam, $497 yesterday. Wonderful. So listen, we've been crushing it. And, I literally, people are bringing so much money where I literally have to tell people, hey, listen, take some profits. Pay yourself. When was the last time your mentor told you to pay yourself? Never. You know why? Because they make you no money. Okay? Now, I'm gonna go over a couple more. Maybe you guys can pause it and read these, but we've been crushing it. Lulu says started trading 6 months ago, lost over 20K. Cannot believe what 360 is. She means 180, but you know what I'm saying. You get what she's saying. 70% year to date for Bank for a green Granny Slayer. I'm going 2 months as a member, 135%. Long Bong Tia says, I've been trading for a while, but with little knowledge, starting to make bigger plays after joining this group. I might keep my membership after my free trial ends. $12,000 the past week. He made $12,000 in a week. I'm like, man's up 12K talking about I might. Shout out Film Daddy. He says he brought in $100,000, $124,000 off of a single trade. This was last week, I believe. He says, I'm happy to report since joining this community, I've completely turned my portfolio around. I'm now back about 100% of all time in my trading. Give it a shot. The link is in the comment section in the description. Next time members that join, okay? 50% discount, 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. Thank you for watching. Your boy Sam from Prop Academy.